Right, I'm ready to do the episode. Beastman, why are you here?
Skeletor, I've got something to tell you.
Right, well, go on. Out with it. What is it?
There's a poo in the fridge.
What?
There's a poo in the fridge.
Why is there a poo in the fridge?
I accidentally did a poo in the fridge.
How do you accidentally do a poo in a fridge? You must have put it there, Beastman. Did you put it there?
Yes, Skeletor, I did put it there.
Now, why would you put a poo in a fridge? Go and remove it immediately and thoroughly disinfect the fridge. I will be checking it later. Go on, get out of my sight before I beat you.
Yes, Skeletor.
Who puts a poo in a fridge? Right, let's go. Greetings! I am Skeletor, and welcome back to SkeleTalk, the series where I answer your questions. It's the internet's best kept secret. Right, Lord Malvada kicks us off with some questions and a riddle. I will deal with the riddle in a moment, but I just need to do something first. Bear with me. Right, Whiplash, come here.
What is it, Skeletor?
This. Right, don't remove that for the rest of the episode. Right, okay, I've taken appropriate measures so I can now deal with the riddle. Okay, here we go. I'm usually 6 inches long. I taste great in your mouth. I'm sometimes salty, but I taste better with butter. What am I? What was that, Whiplash? I didn't catch it. You loopy lizard. It looks like you're going to have to swallow that penis. Get out of my sight. Okay, the answer is corn on the cob. And now, the questions. Right. Question 1. You have to streak at one of the following events, but which one? The Olympic closing ceremony, the World Cup final, or the Super Bowl? Well, I would be happy to flap my wanger at any of these events, so it's a very difficult decision. Do I choose the Olympics because of the worldwide media coverage? Or the World Cup final because I don't like soccer? Or perhaps the Super Bowl because of the huge video screens? I think I'd probably choose the Super Bowl because I feel an American audience would be more supportive of seeing my blue bits and pieces waving in the wind like an exotic selection of vegetables. And question 2. What's the weirdest roleplay you've ever done in the bedroom? Well, Evil Lynn recently asked me to play the role of a rhino poacher, which was quite confusing. And a number of years ago, I had a girlfriend who requested that I pretend to be a baboon, which had just discovered its own fruit basket while sitting by a lovely stream. Thanks for the questions, Lord Malvada. Alex James has 3 questions for me. Number 1. Which of the following dorks would you choose to back you in a battle of magic? Doctor Strange, Dr. Fate, or Neville Longbottom? I think I would choose Doctor Strange. Dr. Fate is slightly more powerful, but I don't think I could manipulate him as easily. Also, Doctor Strange might let me borrow the Cloak of Levitation, which would be fun. And question 2. Which of the following drummers do you prefer? Roger Taylor, John Bonham, or Keith Moon? Well, I suppose I would choose John Bonham, although I don't particularly rate any of them very highly. I prefer Danny Carey from Tool, Matt Gartzker from Animals as Leaders, and Blake Richardson from Between the Buried and Me. The third question is for Whiplash. Whiplash, come here immediately, you green goofball. Right. Which was a better film? On Golden Pond or Penis? Well, I assume you're saying penis again, but you look like an idiot because there has never been a movie called Penis. This was a trick question, and you've fallen into the trap like the predictable fool you are. Remove yourself from my presence before I injure you quite severely. Right, thanks for the questions, Alex. Okay, the original YouTuber The Monkey asks, since your birthday is coming up, what kind of party will you and Evil Lynn be having? What presents do you hope to get the most? And what type of cake will you be having? Well, I will be having a costume party, as I do every year, and the theme will be 80s horror films. The presents I hope to get the most are a vintage Gremlins sticker album, an extensive set of gardening tools, and season tickets to every major zoo and aquarium in the UK. I also want some more socks and another book about horses. My cake will be a strawberry sponge with buttercream filling and lemon frosting. There will be nothing written on it because cakes are for eating, not for reading. Thanks for the questions, the monkey. Andrew asks, do you have a favourite action figure version of yourself? Yes, my favourite version is the one you are currently looking at. I do, however, think that the new Origins cartoon collection Skeletor looks very good, and I'm a bit worried that Monkey Boy will get a couple and replace me. Andrew asks if I would customise a figure, and the answer is no, I would not. Andrew also wonders if we talk about our action figure likenesses, and I have to say, most of us don't, with the exception of Evil Lynn, who isn't particularly impressed with how she's been portrayed so far. Again, I think that the Origins cartoon collection will remedy this. Thanks for the questions, Andrew. Stephen Gray has 3 questions. Number 1. Do you think I should approach the Hargreaves estate with my idea for a new character called Mr. Gould Garstard, a ventriloquist dummy who's fast losing his assets? Yes, I think this is a splendid idea. Do let me know how you get on. And question 2. With all the MOTU knockoff lines appearing in the 80s, do you still consider imitation to be the sincerest form of flattery? No, I consider it to be intellectual property theft, and I support the practice. I think Mattel hit on the perfect form factor, and I'm not surprised that the market was flooded with imitations and bootlegs. The Warrior Beast line was particularly good fun. And question 3. Have you read any of the 6 books entitled It Happened to Me from the 14 Times column of the same name? No, I've never read this periodical in my life, but I shall seek out the stories you mention, as I do like a scary tale. Thanks, Stephen. Soda Cauldron has been wondering what's my go-to 20-minute easy bake for times of unexpected visitors. Well, I have never done a 20-minute easy bake in my life. The last time I put anything in the oven, I cooked it so hard it became non-existent. As for unexpected guests, they are usually sent away immediately, unless they're bringing gifts or good news. I certainly don't cook for them. Thanks for the question, Soda. Des T has some questions. Number 1. What do you do all day while Monkey Boy is out? Does he give you chores to do? Well, Monkey Boy is at home for most of the week, but when he's out, I look after his cat Ewok, and I chase pigeons out of his garden. Monkey Boy has a huge collection of movies, so I often watch those. I also rearrange his Black Series collection so that his favourite ones are at the back. He knows it's me, but he can do nothing to prevent my interference. Question 2. At school, who was your favourite teacher? Well, that would probably be Mrs. Conroy. She didn't stand for any nonsense, which I appreciate. She was always fair and had a wicked sense of humour. I'm sorry that answer was not amusing, but it was accurate. And question 3. Is there a blood donor program on Eternia, and do you yourself donate? Yes, there is, and no, I do not. I need all my blood for me. Thanks for the questions, Des. Retro Toy Guy Sai has 2 questions. Number 1. What are your favourite things to list? Well, I like listing different types of shark, flavours of jam, different types of hats, and different strains of marijuana. I also enjoy listing different shapes of hot air balloons, types of horses, and varieties of pasta. I know I'm just Whiplash. I like Get out of my sight before I beat you. Right, and question 2. Do you have a rule mandating certain PPE to be worn at Snake Mountain? Yes. Full hazmat suits must be worn when entering Stinkor's quarters, and hard hats and safety boots must be worn when clambering about on the outside of the mountain. Rubber gloves must be worn when using cleaning products or handling anything that Beastman has been chewing. It is also recommended that protective eyewear be worn when travelling by Magic Portal. Thanks for the question, Sai. Robert Francois has a couple of questions. Number 1. Do you remember the trans Bond girl? No. To be honest, I don't recall such a character. I shall investigate this via Google, and I urge viewers to do the same. Question 2. Has He-Man ever been to Thailand? Let me find out. I'll just grab my phone and give him a call. Hold on. Right, here we go. It's ringing.
Hello, Skeletor.
Now, hello, you prat. Right, have you ever been to Thailand?
Yes, Skeletor. Why do you ask?
I don't know. Go away now. Right, here we go. Thanks for the questions, Robert. Gerard O'Connor asks, is your god-awful complexion down to smoking cigarettes behind the school shed while the cool kids were making out with chicks? Now, how dare you suggest that I was not one of the cool kids? I'll have you know I was very popular at school and something of a trendsetter. As for your unkind and disparaging remarks about my complexion, I reserve the right to ignore you. Your words are like water off a duck's back. And just to clarify, this is a metaphor. I am not a duck. Thank you for your questions, Gerard. Kat has some questions. Number 1, top 10 movie villains. Well, I can't think of 10 to be honest. Kat says I can pick monsters if I want, so I will do that. Dracula from the Monster Squad, Gozer from Ghostbusters, and my top 3 would be Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, and Jason Voorhees. Question 2. What is the spookiest Halloween costume, and how would you suggest I dress for Halloween? Well, I think zombies and werewolves are pretty spooky, but I suggest you dress as the Pink Panther, because that is the king of costumes. And question 3. What is your favourite Halloween movie? Probably Trick or Treat. Thanks for the questions, Kat. Right, that's the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, and thanks to everyone who submitted questions. Please like, subscribe, and share with your minions. And next week will be the Halloween episode, so please think of some spooky questions for me. Right, I'm off to have a poo in a toilet like a normal person. See you next time. Bye!